Ramnath. I'm an alumnus of IIM Ahmedabad. I'm the national course head for CAT at Time, guiding thousands of students to their dreamy schools over the last 15 plus years.
You gave CAT last year, but you didn't get the result you wanted. Maybe you fell short of the percentile you wanted. Maybe you got the percentile, but you did not get the IIM you wanted. Or perhaps you had a bad exam day after months of solid preparation, but you still do not understand what went wrong. In fact, now you are preparing to give the CAT again. So this video is for you. I'm going to say some things which may sting a little, not to be harsh, but because the second attempt is too important to risk with a wrong strategy. The biggest mistake that repeat aspirants make is to run the race faster, more hours, without fixing what went wrong and wondering why the outcome did not change significantly. Let's fix that. Let's talk about what the second attempt actually requires. Start with an honest diagnosis. Before you open a single textbook, before you buy any material, before even starting to take marks, you need to sit down with the data from your last attempt and answer some uncomfortable questions. Was it mainly a preparation problem or was it an execution problem? Did you go into the exam underprepared, genuinely weak in certain areas? Or were you reasonably well prepared but struggled on the day because of time management, anxiety, or poor question selection? These are different problems and they need different solutions. For someone whose primary problem was execution, more material may not be the solution. More practice under exam conditions with clear question selection framework is what is required. Question 2. Were your study hours actually productive or did you merely feel that you were preparing? This one hurts. Many aspirants spend hours at their desks, but only a fraction of the time actually contributes to learning. The rest of the time goes to reading notes, staring at sets that they have given upon, or simply drifting between tasks. The answer this year isn't necessarily more hours. It is better hours with accountability. Question 3. Did you take enough marks and actually analyze them? Most repeat aspirants underestimate how much the inadequate mock analysis hurts them. They took a mock, saw the score, felt good or bad about it, and moved on. If you cannot tell me right now where you lost the most marks, in what section, what area last year, you probably did not analyze the marks deeply enough. And that's one of the first things that must change this year. Write down your honest answers to these 3 questions. Everything that follows should be built around those answers, not around what felt comfortable or what worked for somebody else. The 3 profiles of repeat aspirants. In my experience, most repeaters fall broadly into one of 3 profiles. Identify yours because your strategy should be different depending on who you are. Profile 1. High scorer who didn't convert. You scored somewhere in the 95th to 99th percentile range, but you did not get the calls you wanted, or you got those calls but you did not convert them in the VAT PI stage. For you, CAT may not be the only problem or even the biggest problem. You may still need to improve your CAT score, but you also need to examine your profile, communication skills, and interview preparation. A strong CAT percentile will get you into the interview room. What happens after that matters just as much. A 99 percentile with a weak interview is still a loss. You need a mentor who looks at your profile holistically, not someone who just gives you more marks. Profile 2. The 85th to 94th percentile aspirant with clear sectional gaps. You probably know where things went wrong. Perhaps DALR pulled your overall score down, or your VARC raw score was lower than expected, or you miss the quant sectional cutoff. For you, this year is about targeted repair. You don't need to redo everything. You need to fix one or two issues, specific issues, while continuing to polish the things that worked well. The risk here is unnecessarily restarting your entire preparation. Repeaters in this zone often feel that they must redo everything from scratch. This usually scatters their focus instead of improving their scores. Profile 3, the underprepared repeater. I didn't really try. You gave CAT, but you did not prepare seriously. Maybe work got in the way. Maybe you registered and life happened. Your score does not reflect your actual potential. For you, this year is effectively a first attempt in terms of preparation. Start fresh, build systematically, and treat your previous attempt only as a familiarity bonus. The risk for this profile is complacency. I already know how CAT works. This will make you underestimate how much preparation the exam actually requires. What to change versus what to keep. Here's the framework I'd use. Change these things for your second attempt. First, your mock analysis process. Every repeater needs to go deeper here. After each mock, categorize every loss. Was it a conceptual gap? Was it a silly mistake? Was it a misread or poor question selection or set selection? Excessive time spent or pressure that you feel in the exam. Track these over 6 to 8 marks. You will begin to see recurring patterns that you might not have noticed earlier. Second, when you start taking marks, most repeaters wait too long because they feel they haven't finished the syllabus. This year, start early, even if you are not completely prepared. A mock taken while the preparation still has gaps is more diagnostic than one taken only after you're comfortable. It tells you not only where you are weak, but also where you are already performing without too much preparation. Those are areas you only need to maintain rather than rebuild. Third, benchmark your progress. Stop measuring yourself based on percentile alone. Track your accuracy in specific question types, the number of DLR sets that you can reliably solve under timed conditions, and your RC accuracy and time per passage. These small metrics act as leading indicators. They tell you whether you are improving before that improvement actually shows in your percentiles. Keep these things. First, useful material from your previous attempt. Do not buy everything again. The material or syllabus in CAT Quant has not changed. If you already have your notes from earlier, revise it. Do not start from scratch. Second, your strengths. If VARC was your strong section, do not neglect it chasing improvement in Quant. Maintain it through regular RC practice and reading. A strength left unattended can quickly become less reliable. Third, your study discipline. If you successfully build a consistent study plan or material from last year, preserve that structure. That is already an asset, even if the content within needs some improvement. The repeaters phase-wise plan. Here's how I would phase my preparation if I was starting now. Phase 1, diagnostic and rebuild for the first 4 weeks. This is the most important phase that most repeaters rush through. Start by taking one full-length mock that you have not attempted before. Take it cold under proper timed conditions. This becomes your current baseline, not your score from last year's CAT. Then spend the next 4 weeks on targeted repair in the areas that the diagnostic confirms to be weak. Do not completely abandon your strengths. Geometry, if it is already good, do not rebuild it from scratch. If caselets are a clear weakness, in DLR, prioritize them for a couple of weeks while continuing with the practice on the other areas. Build and update your quant formula notebook. If you already have one, revise it. Do not recreate it. If you do not already read regularly, start now. Spend 20 to 30 minutes every day on editorials and other long form reading. Improvement in VARC does not happen immediately. Consistent reading over time definitely adds up to your strength. Phase 2, mock integration in August. Take one full-length mock every 7 to 10 days, followed by a thorough analysis. At this stage, you will not merely chase a percentile. You are trying to identify patterns in your own test-taking approach. At the same time, continue sectional preparation. Most of your daily preparation you should still put into DLR sets, quant practice, RC reading. By the end of this phase, you should have a working strategy for each section. How you select questions and sets, how you manage your time, and when you decide to move on. The strategy should be clear. Phase 3, mock heavy acceleration, September, October. Take one full-length mock every week. Go to 2 per week only if you are certain that you can analyze them both. The goal here is to build stamina and sharpen your decision making under pressure. Which questions to skip, which deserve more time, and when to move on if uncertain. AIM cats in this phase are particularly helpful because they are calibrated both above and below the cat difficulty and train you for any surprises on cat day. If you are getting consistently good percentiles in AIM cats by October, it is a good indication that you are on track to do well in your cat. Phase 4, refinement, lasts 3 to 4 weeks before the cat. Avoid starting any major new topic at this time. Focus primarily on revision, maintaining your test-taking stamina and preparing yourself mentally for the exam. Revisit your error log from the last 4 months. Which mistakes are still occurring? Give those areas additional attention and continue revising on your strengths. Once your official cat slot is announced, take some of your mocks at approximately the same time of the day. Reproduce the entire exam routine as closely as possible, your sleep, meals, reporting schedule, and disturbance-free test conditions. That also means no phones and no social media during those hours. The week before the cat is not the time for 12-hour sessions. It is the time to arrive sharp, calm, and rested. The profile and interview problem for repeaters. One common concern that bothers most repeat aspirants. If you reach the interview stage, there is a good chance that you will be asked some version of this question: what did you do differently in your second attempt? If your answer simply is that you studied harder, that is not going to help. It does not show that you understood what went wrong and what is it that needs to change in your approach. A better answer demonstrates self-awareness, diagnosis, and course correction. For example, I realized that my DLR performance was inconsistent because my set selection was poor. So I began tracking the time I lost on abandoned sets and worked systematically on improving question selection. I also developed a regular reading habit for VARC. This answer shows that you have worked on your previous attempt, identified a specific problem, and that is the kind of MBA candidate that the interview panels are looking for. So as you prepare this year, document what is it that you're changing and why. Keep a simple weekly log, not for the interview, but to make sure that your preparation is actually moving in the right direction. And when February comes, sitting in a PI room, you will have a genuine story of learning and course correction to talk about, not a rehearsed answer created or copied from somebody else. So let me sum this up. A repeat attempt is not a failure. Handled correctly, it can become a strategic advantage. You know the exam, you know where things went wrong, and you have a year's worth data that most first time aspirants do not have. The question is, can you use it? Don't run the same race faster. Diagnose honestly, change what needs to be changed, and protect what is worth. Start mocks early, analyze them deeply, and build the kind of preparation that you can actually talk about in an interview room. If you are a repeat aspirant and want a mentor to examine the data from your previous attempt and help you build a realistic game plan for this year, that is exactly what Time's CAT program is built to do. Understand your specific situation and help you decide what to repair, what to retain, and how to move forward. The link is in the description. Come and have the conversation. If this video was useful, share it with a repeat CAT aspirant who would be spending more time worrying than planning. Sometimes the right diagnosis is the first step that is going to help heavily. See you next time.